Hey, good evening, traders. Okay, so let's jump right in. We're going to look at AST SpaceMobile. This is going to be an awesome technical analysis because I think this one has massive potential, and I'm going to show you where I think it's going next. So you're going to want to stick around all the way to the end because I'm going to give you an insane price target on this particular stock. Okay, so I had covered this one before, and we obviously had this going to the upside, and we realized our move. Now, what's super interesting about this chart is we broke out from previous all-time highs, right? We put in this nice bull flag here with this consolidation. Let me draw that on for you so you can see how that one looks. We did this kind of consolidation. This was really kind of like a parallel. I think that we can kind of draw on. So we had this nice parallel to the downside, and then we broke up from it, and we never realized this full move of this this bull flag. So I want you to keep that in mind, okay? Not that this is the price target. You're going to get that at the end, but mark that 77.35, okay? All right. So now let's jump into the rest of it. What do we have before us? So we had this breakout of this previous all-time high, which I have labeled over here. We never had to retrace, right? We had this consolidation. We had to move higher, created this high at $60.80. And then from there, we've been in this, basically it's a channel. So let's draw that on. We have this channel move here, right? So it looks something like this, depending on where you want to draw it. You can draw it as an overthrow. We're going to put it right there. So we have this high, and then you had these overthrows. And then, lo and behold, what are we doing right now? We're breaking out. But that's not the most important thing, right? So keep that in mind, but I want to show you some other things. So I'm going to take this off, and I want to show you this, right? So we have a head and shoulders pattern here, okay? Now, the reason this is important is because we have the right shoulder here, and then we had the breakdown, okay? So we had a breakdown of head and shoulders. Now that should have yielded a target to the downside of, from the neckline, it should have brought us down to 23.24, but not so fast. It did not do that, right? What did it do? This is super interesting, and this is why I love this chart. And you guys are going to find massive value in this education. Okay, because you're going to watch how this plays out. Okay, so we didn't get the breakdown that we should have got from the head and shoulders. Instead, what did we have? We had a break, we had a retest essentially of the previous all-time high, and we had a move below it. Now, big question, guys. Did the move below it confirm? No. We had a move down below it, and here is the low point of that move, okay? That low right there, in order for this to confirm to the downside and have us continued in a downtrend, this would have needed to close below this 36.39. It did not. Instead, what did it do? It formed a kind of bull flag right here, right? So we have this look right here, we had this move up, and then you had this sideways consolidation, right? Have this little sideways consolidation here. And what did it do today? It broke out of that bull flag. But again, that's not the important thing. The important thing is it invalidated this head and shoulders. And your biggest moves come from failed moves. So the fact that this didn't realize and play out and resolve to the downside presents a massive opportunity, in my humble opinion. And that massive opportunity is to the upside. So let me take these off, and let me remind you, the biggest moves come from failed patterns. Okay, so what did we do? We broke out of that channel that I was saying, that I pointed out earlier, right? Here's our channel, and today we had our breakout. Look at the volume, look at the RSI. Massive opportunity, in my humble opinion. Okay, so now let's look at the weekly chart. What did we have? We had an unbelievable close on the weekly chart. So where do I think this is going from here? I'm going to show you. Let's go back to the daily chart. Okay, so we have this move here from this flagpole. So let's draw that back on. This never fully materialized. And you take that from the breakout here. And lo and behold, you have a $75 price target, let's call it. So I'm going to mark that up at the top. And I'm going to put up a price target from that one. Let's put that in. Price target. I'm going to put this to the top right. Okay, so we have that as a price target. Now, the other price target we're going to do, and I'm going to show you how to use a fib-based extension. Okay, and the way you do that is you take from the low, go to the high, and then you take that back to the stopping point or the termination point of that correction. And here we go. So the first target based on the fib-based extension is going to be the 618, going to be at $60.05, right? So that's going to be just shy of the new all-time high. Then the next price extension, look at that, 100% puts us right at that 75. So price target number one is obviously going to be right here at that $60 range. Price target number two is going to be that $75 range. Price target number three, if this thing really gets going, is going to be $84. Price target number four, now this is just getting super bullish, would be 89. Price target number five would be 94. And the final termination of this price target, if this thing goes bonkers and goes crazy like everything else in the market, is going to be just shy of $100 at $98.80. Okay, guys, you heard it here first. Those are the price targets. Now, obviously, these are massively bullish upside targets. Do I fully expect those to realize? Not necessarily, but I do expect us to get to price target number one, price target number two, and possibly even price target number three. That's if things go really, really well. Those other ones, could they be pie in the sky? I'll leave that for you to decide. And if you have the cojones to carry it, by all means do so. But I will be taking my first profit here. I will be taking my second profit here. And I will likely keep a runner for that final price target. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this analysis. If you did, please do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And again, no financial advice given, always for educational purposes, to show you what I'm doing with my own personal trading portfolio. All right, guys, have a great weekend. Happy Friday, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.